Hey Taurus, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your love reading for August 1st through the 15th. If you want to skip the card pull, feel free to click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So we're first going to pull some oracle cards for you to see what the overall energy is that's surrounding your reading. The first card that we have out for you is recovery. So let's pull another one and see what we have going on for you. And the second card that we have is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So we'll see how those fit into your overall reading, but now let's get into some tarot. And we'll start first with your current energy. What's happening with my Taurus collective? Oh, we have two that came out. The first is the messenger of water, and then we have the king of fire. Let's take a peek at your person's energy, whether they're physically in your space or not. We have the two of earth in reverse. For what's currently hidden from you, okay, we have the two of air in reverse. Advice from spirit. Let's see what we have for the advice from spirit. We have the four of earth. And then for your potential outcome. Potential outcome for my Taurus collective, we have the messenger of earth. All right, so let's grab another set of tarot cards and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit for you. Your current energy, we have the four of swords in reverse. For your person's energy, we have the page of cups. For what's currently hidden from you, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, and we also have the Nine of Wands. Advice from Spirit, we have the Page of Swords. And for your potential outcome, okay, we have the Ace of Swords. All right, so we'll get some oracle cards and get some final messages before we get into your reading. So starting again with your current energy, we have Later Dude. For your person's energy, we have physical intimacy, and we also have inner work. For what's currently hidden from you, okay, we have two. We have destructive habits, and we also have Splitsville. For advice from spirit, oh, did not know that many came out, but we'll take them. We have the graduate, total connection, and the magic of pretending. And then, for your potential outcome, we have the cheater story. All right, Taurus, let's get into this. So the overall energy that's surrounding this reading for you right now is recovery and getting to know each other. So it really feels like what's surrounding you right now is healing. And as we get into it, we'll see if that's on your side or maybe your other person's. But there's this sense of healing and wanting to get to know someone, or healing from someone, wanting to get to know someone. But it feels as though this energy is very skittish. It's very uncertain. It's very new. Almost as if there's a feeling of wanting to get out, wanting to explore, wanting to sort of see what can happen with someone, but being a little bit scarred, I think, from things that have happened in the past. So we'll see how these cards shake out as we get into your reading. But looking at your current energy, we have the messenger of water, we have the king of fire, we have the four of swords in reverse, and we also have Later Dude. Love yourself enough to accept only the best. Let go the wrong person. Be comfortable being alone. So I almost feel as though what's in your energy right now, Taurus, is this sense of getting over someone or some situation that involves love. With the four of swords in reverse, this is someone who's starting to wake up, right? Who's starting to sort of come out of this period of rest and introspection and sort of being on their own. I think that you got to a place where you were comfortable doing so, right? Being single was not necessarily a bad thing, but it feels as though you have a lot to offer, right? And it feels very much as though you are in a place of wanting to feel that excitement again, wanting to start seeing possibilities, I think, with other people. So, I don't feel this energy from you that you're trying to rush in anywhere, but it really feels as though there's some level of buildup, right? That you sort of been in a very quiet place, like boosting yourself up, making sure that you're good solo, maybe working on self esteem or something of that nature. But it feels as though you are now in a place where you're stronger. You've sort of learned your lessons and you're ready to get out in this world and put it to the test. So, looking at your person, we have the Two of Earth in reverse, we have the Page of Cups, and two oracle cards. Physical intimacy. The topic is up for discussion. Choose healthy and balanced relationships, doing it for the right reasons. And we also have inner work. Heal yourself first. You'll attract what you are. Choose partners that want to grow with you. So, this is a person that I feel has made some fairly bad choices in the romantic arena, in the space of love. And I think that they're fighting to get their balance back. They're fighting to sort of be as grounded as you are. Whereas you've been through some things already. So is this person, but it feels as though you're further along on your healing path than they are. And that's not to say that they don't want something. It just seems as though they are very, very hesitant. And as of right now, they don't have a whole lot to offer. There might be, if you've met this person, it might be a little light flirting. It might be a little offer here and there of affection, but it's nothing earth shattering. And I think that that's because they still have some work to do on themselves. And they are in an overly cautious place of trying to make sure that they don't repeat the mistakes that they've made before, that they don't choose a person to engage with, even if they might not be the most healthy person to be around, or somebody that's sort of only looking for one thing. You'll notice that the two oracle cards have a lot of focus on choosing the right person, choosing health, choosing happiness, right? Choosing the right partner. So it feels as though this person really wants to be smart and mindful about the decisions that they make. Looking at what's currently hidden from you, we have the Two of Air in reverse, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, we have the Nine of Wands, and two more cards. We have destructive habits, addictions to gambling, alcohol, and sex, negatively impacting relationships, toxic thinking or behavior. And we also have Splitsville, leaving quickly or decisively. The relationship is devolving or ending, not keeping in touch, time alone. So it feels as though what's currently hidden from you, some of the biggest challenges is that, you are not quite able to figure out what's going on. You're not able to make the decision whether or not you want to invest any significant amount of time or energy in this person. And for their part, it feels as though they are reluctant, right, to offer love. It may be a situation where they self sabotage. Things, you could be getting to know them, and then all of a sudden things just sort of come to a standstill. They do something that's so far out of left field, and it's kind of like, well, how the hell? Why would you think that that was okay? Like, on what planet, in what world, in what lifetime would you think that that would be cool? And it feels as though they're doing it somewhat intentionally to protect themselves because there seems to be a lot of fear around this person. And I think for your part, you're getting a little bit exhausted of dealing with other people's garbage, dealing with whatever baggage they have that had nothing to do with you. And so it feels as though this person is sort of coming into an awareness where they know that the way that they're operating is not going to work for anybody. Not them, not you, not nobody. And so it feels like there is going to be a little bit of introspection on their part and a little bit of quiet time. So, looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Four of Earth, we have the Page of Swords, and we also have three oracle cards. The first one that we have is the Graduate. New life phase or stage in relationship. Someone has grown, healed, evolved. We also have Total Connection, like-minded, resonance and intimacy, compatible personality types, healthy attachment styles. And we have the Magic of Pretending. Visualize ideal situation, be detailed, play the part, see as manifested, speak it into existence, and be certain. So, what it feels like Spirit is saying is that in your interactions with this person, right, knowing that they have some work to do and seeing that they have some work to do, it feels like Spirit is saying, don't do anything. This sort of inclination that you have to hold back a little bit and just sort of observe what they do might be the best course of action for you. Keep the stress levels down so you don't spend, a ton of time trying to figure out this person, because you're not going to unless they actually sit down and are super honest with you about what's been going on, how they're feeling, what they're thinking. So Spirit is saying, just, do you. Keep doing you. You've gotten to this place where you're comfortable with yourself, that you're sort of happy in your own existence, independent of anybody else. So Spirit is saying, you know what, keep doing that. Just don't give this person too much, because they're not going to know what to do with it. So just, keep an eye out and see what they do. But continue your evolution. And those things that you're looking for in a person, continue manifesting, visualize what that looks like. Feel what it might feel like to have this person that you're connected to, and don't settle for anything less than that. You've done all of this work, you've done all of this healing from whatever's happened to you before. So, even though you're ready and you want to give to someone else, make sure that that someone else is the right person. Make sure that that's somebody that you can have a healthy and safe connection with. Looking at your potential outcome, we have the Messenger of Earth, we have the Ace of Swords, and we also have the Cheater story. Cheated on now or in the past, trust issues triggered, heal past hurts and change your future. So, Taurus, what it feels like is that ultimately this person is going to find their footing, right? Even though they're stumbling through things a little bit right now, it does feel as though they're going to reach out to you from a very sort of grounded, stable, thoughtful place. And they are going to tell you about what they experienced. They're going to maybe tell you that they were betrayed by someone in the past, that somebody cheated on them, somebody was dishonest, that they were not in a healthy connection. And that's the reason why they've been so hesitant when it comes to you. So I think that that's going to be a part of their healing process. Now, depending on when and how they come back to you, maybe you all can have that conversation about, whether or not they're truly ready to start getting to know each other, to get to know you and you to get to know them. But I do think that them sort of being honest and laying their past out on the table is a step for them, right? And that to them is starting to get to know each other. That's them sort of putting themselves out there and explaining things with the hope that you'll be understanding and maybe a little bit patient with them. So I think that there's some truth coming in here after this person gets out of this past energy that they've been holding on to. But I'm going to grab one last oracle card and see if there are any final messages from Spirit for you. Okay. And so the card that we have out for you, interestingly enough, is Trust. You have a strong connection in your soul's loving voice, and you have faith in your union. So What this feels like is that there is definitely a bond, but there's a lack of trust that's happening here. And I don't know that that's on your end. It feels more like it's on your person's end. So the universe is sort of reiterating that, you have to believe in this connection. And, for you and for this person, whatever your gut is telling you on how to proceed here is probably what you should consider first. And that might be the path that you take. But until and unless you all can get this sort of trust issue sorted out, I don't know that things are going to progress in the way that you might like in terms of getting to know this person. I think there is a good chance, but it's really dependent on the work that this person does and how comfortable they feel in approaching you. So if it's been a situation where they're not moving fast enough and you've, gone in guns blazing and popped off at them, they're probably not going to feel like you're a very safe space to express all of this to. But if you've been sort of quiet and patient and, you know, graceful when you've crossed their path, then that might be enough to sort of get them thinking that perhaps they need to have a chit chat with you. So, it all depends on how you carry it. It also depends on how much this person is willing to put in the work to heal so they can start getting to know you. So, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.